Hello, my friends. It's Andy from the Andy Falco Show, coming to you live from California. Hey, I wanted to come on something a little bit different. Later on, I may be coming back on for my other shows that I've been doing that have been way more on the topic of current events. This one happens to do with live streaming. And I wanted to ask all of you that are either just getting started with live streaming or are thinking about doing some live streaming. First of all, the platform I'm using is called Streamyard. Let me see, make sure I don't have it here. Hold on one second. That is so funny that I don't have it. Oh, there it is. And to get it, you're going to go to getstreamyard.live, getstreamyard.live. This is what I'm using to broadcast. It's the thing that I use on every one of my live broadcasts, which I'm broadcasting, not today, but usually I broadcast live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and you can do LinkedIn if you have permission to do LinkedIn. And I think there's a couple others. There's RTMP codes and all kinds of stuff. So you have the ability to broadcast on a number of different platforms all at the same time. And you use getstreamyard.live to do that. Now, the reason I'm doing the show is because I want to know what it is that you need to know about how to do this. What is it that you struggle with the most? This will be my second course on live streaming using StreamYard. The old one is fine, except for it's a little out of date because StreamYard has grown and has a lot more useful tools and fantastic elements to it that make it so great to use. And so I would really love to know what it is that you want to know on how to do live streaming. So if you could put that in the comments or send me private messages in Messenger, that would be fantastic. Already, just to let you know, I'm planning on showing, of course, the basics, how to use the banners, how to set up a show flow. So if you want to, not on this one, let me see, there's different folders you can use. So let me see if there is a folder that say, you have these things. So this would be a show flow. And I can't remember what show I was doing, 2 days of training and hot seats. Oh, I was talking about my mastermind group. So you can come up and you can have a show flow, which will be regulated by your banners. And then you go to one question or one topic to the next, special surprise activities, build long-lasting relationships. It has to do with the mastermind group that we have called the Business Accelerator Group. I almost forgot the name of my own company. The Business Accelerator Group. And this would be essentially a show flow run by the banners, talking about each one of the topics so you stay on topic. So I'm going to obviously have stuff like that we're going to talk about. I'll go to comments like this one and bring up some comments like, let's talk to Rich Moore. He's saying hi to Nabi. We'll have Nabi on here coming back on more than once a day. Why not? Surprised. Right. Sure you are. Love a StreamYard, Dale Garza has to say. So we'll be talking about when and when not to use comments. There's times I think that you definitely want to use not Vidyard. StreamYard. What are you talking about? How to make $1 million. Yeah, that'll be on there for sure. I'll talk about that too. So how to use your comments, when to use those. One of the things that I often talk about going live is that I see people make this huge mistake when they're going live. And whether it's on their phone or using StreamYard or using one of the other platforms, is they go, you know what, I'm going to hide the comments. I'm not going to look at the comments because they distract me. And you know what, the very first time you go live, second time you go live, maybe even the third time you go live, I understand that. But remember, when you're going live on these platforms like Facebook and Twitch and Twitter and all those kinds of things and YouTube, is that what you're trying to do is obviously build an audience, I would hope. And I'm thinking, right? If you're going to take the time to go live and begin to talk to people and put yourself out there as either an expert or authority, or you just have a topic that you know about, and then eventually what you're trying to do is either just build a following so you can have a show and maybe have sponsors in the near future or something like that. Or maybe you're in the multi-level marketing business and you're trying to build a following for your products that you're selling with your multi-level marketing. Or you have a book that you've written and you're trying to sell more copies or lead them into hiring you to speak on stage, to speak at an event, to hire you as an authority and consult with them on that. So whatever it is, you're trying to build an audience. I know I went really long with that explanation. However, the thing you need is to go to comments. All right. Because comments is what causes your video to be shared out into the internets, then the interwebs. It's something that, Facebook uses. If you're getting comments, if you're getting people putting their emotions on there to saying that they like it, love it, hate it, whatever it is, and that's happening. And then comments are coming in, like my comments that are coming in. These are all valuable tools to have people engage. And you could ask people, hey, if you like what I'm saying, put in a number 1. If you like this topic, talking about StreamYard, talking about what it is that you want to see as far as a training course on how to use StreamYard, I just want you to type a 1. Now, hopefully all my friends, now, not one of them are going to type a 1, but that's one of the things you can do to build, reach by having people comment and commenting a lot. And so far, there's a little bit late. That's one thing you have to learn. We'll talk about that in the training about StreamYard and any live platform, is that there's a delay between when you ask a question and people really begin to nod and push on the number 1. Here, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to push a 1 and put it in there because nobody else is doing it. Nobody else is following direction. Oh, Vince Ferraro, thank you for watching. Thank you. We got April. Thank you. Nice. Nabi, of course, puts a 2 because he cannot follow directions. He's in Australia. Maybe 1 means 2 in Australian. I'm not sure. But see, you get comments by doing stuff like this. Or yes, hey, what is it that you struggle with? Type into the comments what it is you struggle with. And having comments and engaging the comments is the best way to build a following and build an audience that by having people do that, and then it gets shared out by a number of people. Or you can have April Roga. It becomes, you can really, really enjoy having somebody like April who writes really long comments, the kind that cover people's faces. Yes, she does that quite often. All right, so we're going to be talking about comments in the training program. I'm going to be talking about how to use a second camera. So here is a second camera that I'm using. I'm simply using my phone in this particular case, which you can do with StreamYard, and it is a great thing that you can do. You can even bring both on the same time. Let's see if I can do that right now. There we go. And let me see. Let's get rid of the lower third. And let's see. Oops, sorry. I clicked on it and it didn't go away. There it goes. And let's change the background. I'll be talking about how it is that you create a background like this one, so that if you have a guest, say that your guest is in this other camera that's over here, you would have their name, like mine that's underneath here, you would have their name underneath their little square. So I put camera 2, Andy Falco Jimenez, and so that could also be your guest. And I'm going to show you how to make those backgrounds and do it for free. Right, there is a paid way to do it. I'll share with you how to do the paid way, but there's also a way of doing that for free. What else was there? Oh, the lower thirds. I had the lower thirds up there that I was using before. You can also create those for free. How to create banners. Now, what would be a banner, or not a banner, a frame? So let me show you what a frame might look like. Let me go to one of my other shows. Again, the great thing about StreamYard, it allows you to keep your shows in folders. I think I have one here, which would be a frame. Nope, not that one. Hold on. I'll show you in 1 second. Let me get rid of that. That's a lower third that's built into StreamYard. Hold on, I got one in here somewhere. Where is one of my frames? So here'd be a frame. This is kind of like a frame. Do you see right down here? Oop, right down here. Oop, right there. There we go, right there. So I have that down there, and then you got this over here, and you can have like even flowers that are kind of coming down. I would normally not put flowers, or some hearts, or you put some streamers or something like that, and you have it go around your picture. That would be a frame. Again, I'm going to show you how to do that for free in the training program. Even StreamYards, that's a little bit of a frame. What they give you, that's you can't delete. I've tried to delete it, and I can't get rid of it. It's in there forever. I'll be talking about how to do these videos. Ready? Watch this. So there's one. Let me show you another one. I got a bunch. Here's another one. Let's see. Let's do one for my dog training business. I love the one for my dog training business. Here you go. Ready? It's coming up right here. All right, I'm going to show you how to do those. That was my children you saw there. That was Bo holding the puppy. That was one of our puppies that we just sold. Then you can also have like a really quick video, and I'll show you how to do this one. This one is not, neither one of these are for free. These videos are, you have to use a paid program, or you could probably use something like iMovie or something like that. I'll show you how to do that in So that's the one that I use in conjunction with my other video for my dog training business. You can use that for transitions. So if you're going from one topic to the next, you could use a video for a transition, a short, maybe 5-second video or something like that. You can also pre-record your commercials. So if you have sponsors that you want to talk about, like today's happycoffee.com, I'm busy making a commercial for that so I could play that in the middle of my show instead of me trying to remember all of the, and that's the one thing reason I want to do it recorded is because I get so hyped up on some of my topics, I forget all the details that are in relation to my sponsors. I know I could have it written down, but that's so archaic, right? You can't have that. Then I'll show you also how to do overlays like this one, talking about the dog's olfactory system. I know that seems really gross, but one of my shows on the dog training was this was an overlay. You can have that, right? And what else do I have to show you? I have a whole bunch of stuff. How to brand your color. So if I show my lower third right down here, this is the one that's built in. This color right here is one of my branded colors. I'll show you how to make sure that your show is branded for who you are based on maybe what your logo is about. See, I like the color blue. This is a blue shirt. I mean, you may not be able to tell by now right now because of the lighting, not sure. We'll be talking about lighting. We'll be talking about sound, how important sound is and how you can get good sound. I'll be talking about how to do remote live broadcasting. But in addition to all that, I want to know what it is that you want to know because I may be forgetting something. That's for sure. Now, on my old training program for live streaming with Streamyard, I had something like 25 videos in there. I'm not sure. I think that may be too many. So what I'm thinking about doing, and again, you can comment on this if you like to, and that is, I'm going to break it up into 3 stages or 3 different chapters. Chapter 1 will be the very basics. How do you set up StreamYard to start with? What do you do on your very first 3 or 4 shows? You know, what should you concentrate on and what it is you need to know about how to go live and what it is that you should know about going live for the very first time in regard to lighting, background, positioning in the camera, that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm a little too low. You know what happens to my chair? My kids get in this chair and they lower it down. And every time I get down way too low. There we go. Dang it. Blame it on the kids. And so we talk about that. So I'm thinking about having chapters of basic stuff that you need to know in regard to sound, lighting, positioning, background, going live for the first time, comments, banners, all that kind of stuff. And then chapter 2 will be going a little bit more advanced with intros and outros, lower thirds and framing, scheduling, an interview with somebody, how to do an interview with somebody. And that would be like in chapter 2. Chapter 3 would be going big time. Like what else can you do to make your show look even more professional? That'd be chapter 3. So that's one thing that I'm thinking about doing. I think I need to keep them a little bit shorter. Sometimes my videos go on really long. I have one training video that's an hour and something long. No more of that. They're going to be very, very short. And so there you go. All right, let's see what some of the people are saying. Danya Hayden, Jeff Crawl, your viewers have to give StreamYard permission to post your name. There you go. Good. If you're in a group, if you're watching from a group, you have to give StreamYard permission to show your picture and your name. Thank you for sharing that. Dana, I think I said Danya before. Dana, I could be wrong on both of those accounts. There we go. What if they don't? Oh, I missed that. Where is the other one? What if my comments say no name? Oh, there you go. All right. Very good. All right. If there's a name there. Nice. All right. We got that. We got that handled. Robin Phillips. Nabi what the heck is he? Is he typing? You know, Robin has some fat thumbs and he can't type. I just let me go. What? I love hearing myself talk. You're crazy. We got that one. Sorry about that. And I already got that one too. Yep. All right. If a person inside of Facebook, oh my gosh, it's the same thing. And he keeps hogging the bandwidth. I know. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I keep reading the same stuff to come. You guys got it all figured out without me. Nobody missed Nobby. April, come on. Really? Then you'll see their comment. Oh my gosh. Taco Wednesday. Is it really? Tell Kelly's it's Taco Tuesday. It's not Taco Wednesday. It should be like Wahoo Wednesday. I think, right? Wahoo is like a fish taco, or is that the name of a company? That's the name of the company. So Wahoo Wednesday, you probably can't use, but think of something else. Water Wednesday. No, you don't want Water Wednesdays. Haven't got too much else to do. No, these courses are really, I'm going to create these courses and put it. You can even interview. Yes, I interview Eric all the time. And we'll be talking about in the 3rd chapter. We'll be talking about something that Eric's very aware of, and we're probably going to end up doing an interview to make sure to get the most out of that one. And that is what to do with your broadcast after you've recorded them. Recording meaning that you have a replay, or that you have a means of uploading the Facebook Live to Dropbox, and then repurposing the video that you're using, that you broadcast live, and then repurposing it in many ways. You can use little snippets of it. You can use the entire length. You can take the video and put it into a training course. You can have it transcribed and turn it into a book. And so we'll be talking about in chapter 3. And Eric Mulford is one of the main sources of information for that type of thing. My children know that I'm on camera and that I rarely say no. And he's coming up. Come here, son. Yep. You don't have a shirt on. What are you eating? Sushi? I think it's good. It's only been in there for like 2 weeks. No, it's only been there for a day. Yes, you can have it. All right. How to deal with children while you're on a Streamyard Live is another thing that we're going to do. All right. So I really, really appreciate you guys coming on, and I would really appreciate it if you would, even if it comes due later tonight, that you come back and in the comments you write, can you tell me how to, use a wireless mic on a Facebook Live? How can I use a wireless mic? Because if you want to give up, right? If I want to get up and go over here and begin talking, now this mic is pretty good. It's a Rode mic. You probably can still hear me pretty good, but there is a way to have a wireless mic on your lapel so that when you turn and begin to talk to the whiteboard, the sound doesn't change. And I've done that before, but I can show you about that. So if that's something you want to learn, make sure to put in the comments. I'll put it in there probably in the 2nd chapter and maybe even the 3rd chapter, how to do something a little bit more professional. What lighting? I got LED lighting. I got a ring light. I got box lights, which I don't have here. If I go to this other view here and put this one up, you can see I have a ring light right here. Right down there is an LED light, which you see right in front of you. This mic is a Rode mic. It's one of the best mics that I've been able to find. That is fantastic. It's somewhere around $300, $400, and the sound is good. It even makes my voice sound halfway decent. What else do I got going on here? I got a multi-plug that I had to get, and I'll talk about multi-plugs and why you need those some of the times, because you ran out of USB ports. I'm using a laptop over there. I got my main computer, which I use to teach sometimes. Again, there's other tools that I'm going to talk to you about what it is you do to edit the videos once you've recorded a live video and you download it to Dropbox. What can you do it to edit it? And what else can you do with it to repurpose it to make sure that you get the most out of one of your Facebook Lives? We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about taking notes. My camera froze. Oh, there it is. My camera froze for a second. I take a lot of notes during my show, even when I'm not interviewing somebody. I write down little things because you guys will write stuff. And that's the beautiful thing about comments is you can get ideas about what to talk about. Sometimes reading comments causes your show to go from what would be intended to be a 15 to 30 minute show into an hour and a half show. That happens to me all the time. So be very careful about that. But like this show's already 18 minutes. I really only intended to come on for about 10 minutes to tell you, hey, tell me what it is you want to know about streaming live. Because I really want to know. That way I can put together this course so that it speaks to you guys who are, interested in doing live streaming and how to do it better. Now, there's a lot of things I'm going to teach you that I don't do myself, right? Sometimes we are really good at teaching other people to do, like, never do this. Always do this thing. And then I'm going to teach you that. And then you're going to come. But Andy, you never do that. And you let your kids kind of come up and talk to you while you're on the show. I know I probably should not do that, but it doesn't throw me off like it does some people. Some people it throws off when their kids come in and it completely causes them to go haywire. I look at it as part of my life. I have 5 kids, 4 of them are really young, and it has become part of my life. And so learning to deal with that and not get crazy about it, I think can serve you well. One of the things I often forget is sometimes I forget autofocus, and people like April come on and say, Andy, turn off your autofocus, because when I move forward, I go out of focus. When I lean back, I go out of focus again. That's one thing you never want to forget. And I often forget it. And I need people. That's the reason I love April coming on, because she makes sure and tells me not to do that. Where are we in this chapter process? Is that this meeting covering any of that? or are you starting that stuff at a later date? I'm putting it all together now. This is my second course. So this is my second StreamYard course. And it's actually my fourth live streaming course, but the second one using StreamYard. All these things, they get out of date very quickly. And I don't want people to be confused because I show my screen a lot. And then when you look at the screen on one of my old videos from just a year ago, there's stuff that isn't on there now. Or there's stuff on there now. Like right now, they've allowed you to name all of your assets. So before you had to kind of guess. That one looks like the one I want to do next. And sometimes they can look very similar, but now they've allowed you to put, graphic number 1, graphic number 2, graphic number 3, or actually putting a name of something on there. So that is new. And that is something I want to make sure and teach about and tell you that this is really, really important to do. So I hope I'm answering your question, Daniel. I'm just redoing the whole course. It's going to be a brand new course. I'm not sure I'm going to name it. I may have to get permission from the guys over at StreamYard if I can use the name StreamYard in the training course, like StreamYard, the basics of StreamYard, or the ultimate training in StreamYard or something like that. I'll have to get their permission. So I'm not sure what it's going to be called. But again, I'm going to have, I think it's going to be chapters. Chapter 1, it'll be basic. Chapter 2, a little bit more intermediate. And then chapter 3, a little bit more advanced. But again, the stuff won't be in there that you want unless you tell me what it is you want. If I don't know, maybe then I'll come on and interview somebody that does know how to do that. Rich, can you do without doing Facebook Live? Yeah, you can go live on YouTube. So I can just go live on YouTube, but live on Twitter and live on Twitch and live on LinkedIn. If I had permission on LinkedIn, I'm angry at LinkedIn. I've requested permission ever since they had LinkedIn Live, and I still have not gotten permission to go live. I think it may be the CBD thing. Hey, let me change my camera back. I forgot that I was at such a distance there. But if you have permission to go live on LinkedIn, you could go live on all of those platforms and not Facebook Live, right? And it is possible. You don't need to go live on Facebook. So yes, hope I answered your question. And that will be in the course. So I'll make sure and put that in there. Can we do 2 feeds, one from my laptop and one from my phone, different angles? That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So right here is, oops, sorry. Yeah, hit it again. There we go. And let me change my background. I should have changed my background first. So here, let me change the background. And I changed folders. Hold on. What folder was that in? Hurry. April, where are you? Help me. Oh, I could do this too. How about this one? So I can do that one, right? You have your URL underneath there and you got the name of your show. That's the old show. It's still hanging on. I probably should get rid of that. But this would be called this is a background that when you're using this angle. Now, if you want to go close up on the people, right? You go close up, and then if you want to go back to that other one, you go right back. And so what was the question? I forgot. Can you go? Yes. It had to do with cameras, 2 feeds. Yeah. So yeah, 2 cameras. Oh, look at and see my branding changes because I'm in today's CBD oil. And so you see my branding color change. Do you see how important it is to be branded? Because I'm bouncing around from folder to folder, you see that you're going to see the branding change on the comments when I bring them up. Thank you. Appreciate that. So we can go to Kelly's if you're only on for 10. You can go to, so I got somebody a neighbor wants to go to, there's a bar down the street called Kelly's. It's a sports bar. If anybody's wondering what that whole discussion's all about. April says you're out of focus, but really she has just been drinking. Really? I don't know that April drinks. April, do you drink? I'm not sure that you do. Nabi could be making up stories there. I'm here to start the party. Hey, Marie, nice to see you. LinkedIn are very fussy about it. I know. Apparently they are. They have not let me in there yet. So what I was going to show you is, let me go back to my brand. This is actually kind of fun showing you some of the stuff. And so this is actually very helpful. So there it is. So there's in Facebook Live TV show, able to change the background so if you have a guest. So I think this is actually from, let me see if I can find, I had another one here. Hold on. Changing back and forth. Today's CBO. I think that's COVID-19. Yeah, here it is. So this one I had Ed Rush. So Ed Rush was one of my guests. He's an expert in marketing and a business coach. He teaches high-end guys that are billionaires how to be more successful. Do people that are billionaires, do they need to be more successful? I don't know, but Ed Rush teaches people that are millionaires and billionaires how to be more successful. I think that's unfair. I think he shouldn't do that. But I interviewed him the other day, and so you can see right down there, it's hard with this angle, that I put his name and then his book. Right, you can put that in the background. He is a former fighter pilot, F-16, F-18 fighter pilot. I forget which one it is. And so that's why I use the sky and him being in the sky. So if I was interviewing him, his camera or his phone or whatever he's using would be in that square. And then underneath him would be his name and his URL for his book. And you could actually use that. Go to edrushbook.com and go get his book. He has an event tomorrow in Dallas that you can watch virtually in addition to being there if you wanted to be there, if you're somewhere near Dallas. Great coach, great. I've learned so much from him. And funny enough, he's learned from me now on how to StreamYard. I taught him and coached him how to do all of his live streams. And I'm thankful that he gives me credit for doing that constantly. And so I'm very pleased to do that. What else we got going on here? I'm drinking anxiety of tomorrow. Oh, you're going to New York. That's right. I don't know that I would go to New York. You got to spend 14, right? You got to go into quarantine for 14 days. It's just great. Don't get me started. This is not the show because I will get crazy in just 1 minute. Can one of the camera be an iPhone or iPad? Yeah. This one over here is my iPhone. It's an iPhone 11. It's about 15 feet, obviously, behind where I'm at right now. Maybe, about 10 feet, 10 to 15 feet, just showing me from a different angle. But that's an iPhone. iPhone 11, and you can also use an iPad. I have, where is it? So hold on 1 second. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. This is my iPad Pro. And you can see it. This is my iPad Pro holder. Oops, sorry. That goes into the tripod right here, right? And then it holds it. And I also use it as a not a monitor. What is it called? Teleprompter. So I use it also as a teleprompter. It actually goes right underneath my camera, right there, right below the camera. And that way, when I'm reading it, it looks like I'm looking at the camera near it, just like a news. And then when I speak, it actually causes the words to move. I don't need another person. As I speak, the iPad recognizes what it is I'm saying, and it moves the words as I'm talking. If I change subjects and talk about something else, it stops. So the other day I was reading a poem live, and as I was reading the poem, I was using a teleprompter to read that poem. And then in the middle, if I stopped and said, that's a really good point from the person who wrote this poem, if I did that, it would stop. And then when I went back to reading the poem, then the teleprompter would start moving again. And so I'll put that in the course too. And you can use your iPad to do that too. I know that's not your question, but you're asking, can you use the iPad? Absolutely, yes, you can. And I'll put that how you do that. How many feeds? Because you're limited to, what is it, April, 6 people now? Is it still 6? So you'd have, I think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure it's 6. So you literally, if you wanted to, if you have enough bandwidth and maybe just good service, you could have 5 iPhones at different angles. I've done a show with my dog training platform where I have the same camera on a tripod outside where I'm going to be training a dog on the grass. And I start here teaching a class using a whiteboard or using a PowerPoint presentation on StreamYard. And then I go, okay, I'm going to go outside, and I go outside and then pick up the dog, and I do training outside using my iPhone as a second camera. So you can do that. But you could have as many as 5 other phones and iPads up running and have them all running at the same time. You just have to make sure that your internet is good and your service is good, or else you're going to have some lag. One thing that people still will say once in a while, I'm sorry, I'll bring myself back here. Some people say once in a while is like, even on Ed's show today, he was using a hotspot and his mouth moving was delayed to the words that were actually being heard on the broadcast. And inevitably there's always somebody, your broadcast is horrible. You're not syncing up to your lips moving. Listen, this is the internet, right? Even lately since COVID-19, have you seen the struggles with people on the news, whether they're interviewing somebody or doing something with all this distancing and everything that's going on? Everybody struggles. There's always a delay. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's just the way life is. All right. Just so everybody just needs to calm down. But sorry, I get all carried away there. But I hope that answered your question. I probably went on way too far for that too. I plan on doing a live where I forge a knife, one of at the anvil, one at the power hammer, one of the customer asking questions as we build it. Nice. Yeah. So you could have 3 different cameras, and cameras being phones, right? You have to be some type of internet connection. I also use my other computer sometimes. I've used the the Logitech 920 that's on my other computer, and I just have the other computer on to the same StreamYard feed because I just log in on that computer, and I put that camera on a tripod, and I have a long cord, and so the cord will allow the camera to be on a tripod at a different place. So I can use the other camera on my computer and use both those cameras, and then an additional camera could be an iPhone or something like that. So you could just figure it out, right? I would maybe, if you're doing what you're doing, maybe use the iPad, because the iPad is more mobile, right? You could put an iPad just about anywhere, but start off with a desktop computer to another webcam like this one. This is a Brio, Logitech Brio, which is a 5K, I think it is. I forget. And then you can do that too. And so just, be a little bit more creative, and it'll work out really well. What app is what? It's StreamYard, I think. I'm wondering if you're asking that. Uh-oh. Hold on. I got to change again. Hold on 1 second. Where is it? There it is. GetStreamyard.live. So you use GetStreamyard.live. Go there right now. Get in. You can use it for free for a little bit, and log in, try it out. You have the free version, then you have a basic version, and you have a pro version. The basic version allows you to broadcast on 2 or 3 different social media platforms. I forget. I got to look that up. And then the pro version, which I have, is you can broadcast to 5 different social media locations, which include Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, and then there's the RTMP thing that I've never used ever. I think I used it once a long time ago. Let's see. So get StreamYard.live. Again, I'll be putting this course together. Michelle, which Michelle is on? Nobby. You always say hi to people and then they don't comment, so I don't know who it is that's on. Michelle who? Michelle Pfeiffer is watching my live broadcast. That is fantastic. The teleprompter. Oh, the teleprompter. You know what? I don't know the name of it. I don't have my phone near me. Oh, my phone's. That's why I don't have my phone. My phone is over there. I don't have my phone. Look, it's called Prompter or something. I don't know, but it'll be in the course. So Rich Moore to get the course. I forget. It is a great program, but I forget the name of it. Shoot. And my son has the iPad. I can't do that either. I'll find out and I'll let you know. Send me a private message. I'll see if I can't remember, or I can send it to you when I get in there. All right. So that's it. If you have any ideas, in addition to what it is we talked about, this has been very helpful, by the way. Teleprompt Pro. Is that it? I think that is it. I think you're right, Nobby. I think that's what it is called. Thank you, Tamara. Appreciate that. Me too. I love StreamYard very much. I like also, Prompt Smart. That's it. It's Prompt Smart. Thank you. That's what it's called. Prompt Smart. I don't have an affiliate, so I don't care that you told everybody what it is. If I had an affiliate, then I'd go, no, it's Andy's Prompt Smart or today's promptsmart.com. I don't have an affiliate code for that, but it is Prompt Smart. I'm almost 100% sure. I may have used Teleprompt Pro too, but I think the one I currently use is called Prompt Smart. Pretty sure. All right. So I hope this has been, it's been more for me. It's been helpful for me to getting your comments to understand what it is you're looking for and what to do. Eric Mulford, I'll be talking about his great program that you're going to love it. I love it. It helps me repurpose my shows and allows me to do a whole bunch of other stuff with them. Hold on. I never found out who Michelle was. Who's Michelle, Nobby? Gosh darn it. All right. It's not, I'm guessing it's not Michelle Pfeiffer. If only it was. Is she still? She's still, right? All right, my friends. Before I get in trouble, I'm going to sign off. I appreciate you very much. And again, I'll be showing you how to. Let me use one of my other. I don't know if I like this one. Hold on one second. Let's watch this one. I'm not signing off yet. I'm just going to show this one really. That's not horrible. I actually don't mind it that much, but that's for strategicmarketingtoday.com. That's where you'll find not only the other StreamYard course, but a bunch of other courses on a whole bunch of other things is in that strategicmarketingtoday.com is where you're going to go to find that one. All right, let me get rid of this and let me find one of my other ones. that I liked. Hold on. Stand by. Here we go. Everything might change again in the background, just so you know. I already just showed you that one. Oh, today's CBD oil. Today's CBD oil is a good one. All right, here we go. I'm going to sign off with using today's CBD oil video. Again, I will showing you how to create these intros and outros in the new course. It doesn't have a name yet. It's a course with no name, but it definitely will have everything in there that you need to know about how to go live on Streamyard, how to do live broadcasting effectively. And again, I'm going to teach you stuff that I don't do and I should, because it's that important that I teach you how to do those things and you don't make the same mistakes I continuously make on a regular basis. So here's the outro for, what was it for you? Today's CBD oil. There you go. All right. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. You probably can't hear me. There we go. Yes, to answer this question, I meant to log off, but I was busy watching all the comments. That was really funny. Here it is. Yes, right after this, as soon as I end it, there'll be a replay, and you can watch it all over again. Wherever you're watching it now, you should be able to watch a replay. If you can't, send me a private message, and I'll send you where you can watch it. All right, that's it. I'm signing off now. Take care. Bye.